Oh, join us tonight for another episode. Seeking truth, finding Frank and Fraser.
Howdy, howdy, howdy. I'm just starting one here because I was actually quite, worked up. You know, you start to get the juices flowing. So actually I take around this time a certain medication to kind of bring me down in the afternoon so I don't go, we'll say, over the top. But before they kick in, I thought I'd do a little episode. You know, while I'm sitting here, it's actually snowing outside and the window open. And I want to say how sometimes things go really racing. And when I go at this state, I can actually go really, really fast. Really fast. And actually I want to talk about talking faster, and I want to actually see it down here so that when I actually do it I can see it back myself, because it happens sometimes. In fact, just the other day when I was talking to my chief, it would come after several conversations. We had a long back and forth. In fact, 2 weeks after the fact, we were talking again, and I had already brought it down. I had said to him that in fact that I don't even want to talk about our agreement. You know, if they want to be more flexible and allow me to have more time in Montreal, then that would be great. If they don't want to have me do that, then actually I would in fact motivate me to go to the door. And I would leave them faster, and I would get out of there faster, and they would have to do without me. And in fact, that was when they started. At least my director was my director, and my chief in this meeting, and myself, of course. And at that time, I really laid it down. I said, look, I don't want to look at the past. I want to look at the future. I will forgive everything you've done, in fact, and all this sort of thing, and just really not even think about what I'm doing, what I'm going through. Like, look, it's snow. I'm actually going to work today. I'm going to work, but then I have to leave today, and I have to go to Montreal. I have to go to Montreal, in fact, it's getting worse and worse. They're talking 5 to 10 centimeters. In fact, yesterday they were talking about 1 to 3 centimeters. And because of that, that shows, in fact, that the forecasts aren't predictable. I was looking at the forecast all the way up to yesterday night. It said 1 to 3 centimeters. Now it says 10 to 15 centimeters on the Montreal side. I didn't even know that was coming. It was so unpredictable. If I was already in Montreal, I could have been at the office, and I didn't even have to take the car. I could have gone by metro. I could have picked up William. It would have been no problem. There would have been maybe a 15, 30-minute kind of delay at maximum. And that means at maximum when somebody jumps in front of the metro, that's when it comes at maximum. So I was talking to my chief, and once he didn't really get it, my director kind of got a message that I wasn't going to fight this anymore. That, look, you guys have to bend or I'm going to leave. And I think my director realized that I am not... or that I'm an asset, and that in fact they get rid of me. And also I brought up the medical condition, that I told them about my anxiety disorder, and that they actually ignored that as well. And they build up of the fact that I didn't get paid, the fact that I did not get paid, but the fact that they'd actually overpaid me, and then over a long time, right? They'd been overpaying me, and then in fact they found out. And at the end of January, they told me that, you owe us $1,300, and either you have to pay it back all at once in one paycheck, which would take up the majority of my paycheck, or it would be 4 times, which takes up, 1/4 of my paycheck each time. I just got the first one yesterday, which was a little less, and that sucks. Also, the road, I had 2 times within 10 days that I lost time. One was 8 hours it took instead of a 2-hour trip. The other one is 7 hours it took instead of a 2-hour trip. So that was a lot of lost time. That was lost time for him as well. I had to call it, in fact, vacation time both times. I said, I called him vacation time, but it cost them a day as well. So all of this to say that they didn't really realize after this. So we're talking 2 weeks after that, 2 weeks after the 7-hour time, when I asked for a little bit of time in Montreal with a list of tasks that I could do in Montreal with all the access that I have, as well as one task which I couldn't do in Montreal, which I really think wasn't justifiable because I was just a face-to-face meeting with clients, which doesn't usually end up being useful, and we could rather do stuff by email. But that being that, he said, no, you should come to work. So 2 weeks later, we're in reconciliation. So I was talking to him, and he actually brought up the same old bullshit. Well, we're talking about agreement. So I went through really fast. And that's when I realized that I want to get this on when I can see it. So I can see it when I look back. I can actually see it. Am I making sense, or am I making a lot of sense? While on the telephone with him a week before that, when he really got into it, and I actually made things very, very clear, and we repeated, though I was talking very, very loudly, and I was actually very angry. I was talking in French. Donc, et lui, il est francophone. Alors, la deuxième fois, je suis parlé en anglais super vite pour, vraiment accentuer le point que je veux prendre le moins de temps possible à répondre à ces putains de bêtises après avoir dit que je veux rien savoir de l'accord qu'on a eu. Rien savoir que l'accord que j'ai eu en 2009. Rien savoir. Mais même en français, tu sais, je me suis dit, sinon, est-ce que je peux aller au civil? Non, c'est même pas possible. Mais se rappelle avec lui. Une semaine avant, j'étais assez énervé, mais encore. Tu sais, quand le cœur se bat, peut-être je suis pas assez médicamenté. Tu sais, ça se passe dans la mi-journée, tu sais que ça descend le niveau d'efficacité de médicaments. Donc, alors, j'allais plus vite. Maintenant, je parle à mon chef, tu sais, par téléphone, mais même avec le médicament. Tu sais, à ce point-là, je suis assez émotionnel. Tu sais, que je pense que le médicament, tu sais, c'est pas assez efficace. C'est efficace quand je suis calme pour me récalmer un peu plus, tu sais, me ralentir, me tranquilliser. Mais là, tu sais, même en français, j'aille vite, mais j'ai vite. Oh! Et je vois que mon cœur, ça se bat. Tu sais, je commence à vibrer. Même maintenant, je vais voir si la caméra, ça vibre parce que je parle avec les deux mains, mais fort, fort, fort. Je pense que j'ai le bon, tu sais, Otterbox, parce que sinon, je suis sûr que je peux casser cette chose-là, tu sais. Je suis comme vraiment, anyway. So, yes, as I was saying in my chief, I was talking to him, and because after a few difficult conversations, even though 1 week before, so 1 week after the big event when I had 7 hours on the road and I lost 7 hours, and I asked him to get some time the following week, and he said no, so I took the following week vacation, and he called me on Tuesday, and I said, all in French, and we were talking in French, but I was very, very emotional, and even though I have the medication that calms me down, that brings me down, and I have to take it a couple times a day just so that I, stop in the middle of the day. That's what I'm talking about, that I just will now, and, I have to break in, because we're on the road. I have to really, really concentrate. I have to be a little bit more calm, because when I go too fast, it doesn't really make sense. So we're going to have to see after this if actually anyone, even myself, can comprehend myself, or just one of those cases that really I go too fast. In my head, that's going so fast. There's 16 things that are going on in my head right now. I'm trying to think of what I have to translate. So I was talking to my chief about this thing, and then I told him, I really did tell him, the sound is working, that really these things, that his excuses were not valid, that really I had given him a list, and he was asking, well, no, you're asking for, every time, 5 days a week in Montreal. And I said, no, that's not exactly what I was asking. I was asking, all the times it's snowstorm, when it's unpredictable, and he said, contract. And so I said, look, okay, if you're going to throw the contract at me, I'm going to leave it alone. So that was 1 week later, we're sitting down, him and I and the director, and he was bringing up this old bullshit, even though I'd already, in front of the director, said, look, this is a reason I'm going to leave faster. I'm not going to argue with you, but if you restrict my sort of ability to work out of Montreal, even though I have all the access I needed, then I'm going to leave the door faster. If you actually give me more options, then I'm going to stay a little bit longer. So my director, I think he catched on. So he was kind of, we're going to, but my chief was still going on the same old bullshit. So I went in English, but I went super fast, just to prove a point that I don't want to spend much time on this. And I right after that, I said, look, that was the point. I was making a point. I was speaking really fast if you want. And he perhaps, and I was like, look, if you want, I can say it even faster if you want, because I really believe I could say it faster even what I said, but even in French, I was talking really, really fast on the phone. That was 1 week before with him. Maybe that's why I didn't hear me, but when this happens, my heart beats. Oh, it goes so fast. I can even feel it right now. I vibrate. I literally vibrate, and I wonder if that's happening right now. But also, I was talking about how grip. I just have my left hand right now, both hands are gripping. Let's see. This is what it looks like, both hands gripping. Not holding onto the steering wheel. I'm telling you, I'm just vibrating. And I'm wondering that means I'm going faster. I'm just going so fast. I have 16 things going on in my mind at the same time. And I could do it which I don't know. It's just because, at least that would slow me down, because I think in French I go a little bit slower. I'm going to see it after this. So, hoping that my meds kick in, because I have to take the road later, and there's a lot of snow, which really super fucking sucks. Slow it down. Okay, let's see what this looks like.
What is that song?
Limited data plan.